Hello, good day, guys. My name is Nick, technical analyst with Zikredex. And today we are looking at the analysis on the crude oil futures WTI oil. And first, we'll be talking about fundamental analysis surrounding WTI oil. Then we move down to technical analysis, which is going to be purely based on support and resistance levels, chart patterns, ascending and descending triangles, arrangements, and all of that. But first, we'll be talking specifically what currently is driving the oil markets. We have seen that oil prices rise based on Trump's tariff block, which created tighter supply bets. Oil prices rose right in the Asian trade session, today being Tuesday, encouraged by improving market sentiments after a U.S. court ruled out that President Donald Trump could not proceed with his plans for reciprocal trade tariffs. Now, crude also rose after the OPEC Plus docked market expectations for an increase in the group's output quota, while signs of a sharp drawdown in U.S. inventories spurred bets on the tighter supplies, which focuses now on an upcoming OPEC Plus decision on July's production. Although we have the group which is now expected to leave output unchanged, we have oil markets still sitting on some gains this week after a devastating Russian attack on Ukraine sparked expectations of more U.S. sanctions, while the restriction of Chevron's Venezuelan crude exports also pointed to tighter supplies. And we see that oil prices are still trading down sharply, even after this so far in 2025, as they were being battered by concerns over weak demand and slow economic growth. Brent crude oil has been for July rose 1% to $65.55 a barrel, while West Texas Intermediate crude rose 1.1% to $62.51 a barrel. And we see oil cheered by court blocking Trump tariffs. And, Trump's tariffs plans were the biggest point of uncertainty for oil markets this year as traders fretted over the economic impact and the effect on oil demand. But analysts warned that Wednesday's court ruling added another layer of uncertainty to Trump's tariffs, given that the White House is likely to appeal the decision, while the ruling could also disrupt the Trump administration trade talks with major economies who will, or until Wednesday, face a 90-day deadline to reach a deal or face Trump's reciprocal tariffs. So we are currently undermining this, and as the case may be, let's move down to technical analysis, where we'll be marking out key important resistance zones. We have the 61.215 landmark. While we are expecting a touchdown to this point, it's the most recent support zone. And if possible, a breakout could happen following this recent news. But if not, if it touches this point, we might expect a bounce back up to form a double shoulder with head pattern, and then probably a total reversal to a new important resistance, a support zone rather. But we are still looking quietly, frankly, at this to see if it's something of huge importance, because it's all based on what we are going to be hearing from the market sentiments. So if a break happens out of this right now, then we are looking out for a new zone on the 60.610. But if not, it might have a retracement back to the top at this resistance point of 62.091. And now we also can have a little bit more clearer analysis to this by drawing trend lines to mark this out, waiting for a breakthrough out of this point. While we are expecting more impetus on this as well. So we are purposefully just looking out through these points to expect a breakout of this zone and maybe headline or head out into a very new important zone. Now, that's our technical analysis on today's crude oil futures markets, WTI oil. I remain your host, Nick. Bye for now.